Good morning. It's Sunday, 19 July. It's about 5:30 in the morning, 5:37. Today should be the 58th day on the trail. We're at a backpacker campsite just outside of Boiling Springs, about 30 yards from a train track. So we listen to train tracks all day. Trains go by all night, every couple hours. There was also a concert going on, so we listened to some kind of music that I don't care for most of the night. So it was not a very good night sleep-wise. It was miserably hot until a while after the sun went down. So, yeah. Obviously, I'm not on a trail yet, but I'm gonna get, I don't know if you can see, we had a heck of a mess this morning. We'll get our head cleaned up. We'll get headed out on the trail. It's gonna be a very hot day with very little options for water. So we're looking at either a 21-mile day or a 31-mile day were the two options we were looking at. Correction on that. We're looking at a 23-mile day for a Cove Mountain shelter or a 31-mile day for a different shelter. So it's all gonna be based off of terrain. The first 14 miles of the day is supposed to be pretty flat. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, we're gonna get up and get the day going so we can figure out where the day's gonna end. So once I'm on trail, I'll probably jump back on. Yeah, but yeah, just wanted to get something up. So we'll see you out on trail somewhere. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe this is the campsite we were supposed to be at. Some dogs. Oh, that is, but that's got. I'm not sure. Yeah. AT says it goes this way, and there's the porta potties. Who knows? Looks like the AT's going along the same lake. Same lake we walked by yesterday to come into town. It's Boiling Springs. There was a mural in the cafe we ate at yesterday with a picture of this little neighborhood and this lake from like 1806. No idea any more of the historical value. It's Boiling Springs. So we'll see. Maybe I'm thinking I'm gonna be close enough to the gas station. I'm gonna stop in and hydrate a bit this morning and maybe buy an extra liter of water. Just to be on the safe side for today's hike. The prospects of water were not looking very good. There were two of them as we were looking at the comments last night that talked about recommending not drinking out of them, being a runoff from farms and agriculture. So we'll see. Yeah, some ducks and geese, or I guess they're ducks. But yep, we'll see here in a little bit. As long as I use it, I already covered this on the morning coverage in the tent, but it's about 6:30. I've been on trail for a few minutes. But Sunday, 19 July, it's the 58th day, I believe, on a trail. So walking through Boiling Springs now to get the day started. So yeah, we're looking at a mid-20s or just over 30. My guess, I'm probably gonna be hiking alone today. So we'll see how far. Most likely, I'm gonna aim for the 30, 33. If not further, based if the terrain's really gonna be as flat and as easy as Gut Hooks makes it look. But there may be a lot of big boulder fields in that flat terrain. So we'll see how the day goes. We'll see you down trail out. This is just some, it's a memorial for those who fought in World War I, World War II. This memorial is dedicated to those loyal, unselfish men and women who gave their services, in some cases their lives, so that all the people of South Korea could endure a lasting freedom. Korean War, June 1950 to July 1953. Joint Korean and Vietnam Veterans Memorial was dedicated May 26, 1985 by friends and families. Vietnam conflict, August 1964 to January 1973. That one's hard to read. Got several campaigns, Lebanon, Grenada, Panama, Persian Gulf, Global War on Terror, War in Afghanistan. Yeah. Kind of cool. There's a big gun over there, and big tower, clock tower. We heard it going off yesterday. I'm not sure what it goes off with. The time seems to be off from my watch. But yeah, just thought it was nice. I'd get some footage of that when I was walking back to the trail. So this is the first little corridor. There was a little bit of a road walk coming out of Boiling Springs. But this is the first, just went into the forest or the woods or whatever you want to call it. But you can see on either side, it's kind of harder to see on that side, but there's less than 500 feet of forest or wooded area on either side of the trail. So this goes on for a relatively short distance, quarter mile or so, or maybe less, and then we start going in and out of farmers fields. So this is pretty much what the day is expected to look like. Some little areas like this, but the majority of it is supposed to be going through neighborhoods and farmers fields. So should be a pretty uneventful day. Like I said, hopefully though, it's gonna be nice flat and easy walk other than the heat. It is supposed to be 98 degrees today. One of the guys that camped with us actually, well, I guess he normally gets up early, but he usually starts somewhere between 4:30 and 5:30 in the morning. So it's like he's gone before I get up or as I'm getting up. But yeah, we'll see. Looks like we got a little hill coming up, which is surprising because, like I said, it almost looked like a completely flat day. But as always, as things of interest pop up, I'll jump on and capture them so I can share with you guys. And thanks for watching. We'll see you down trail. So it looks like I was wrong with my initial distance of this small corridor. Looks like it actually goes on for about 3 miles. It just significantly shrinks. There's a farmer's field to my right,
Trees are kind of thick, but it's literally no more than 15 feet. So yeah, so we'll keep going. Like I said, if as the terrain changes or things of interest come up, I'll jump back on to capture it. But yeah, I guess it's unique walking in a little miniature corridor like this. I guess it's like I was discussing yesterday about the trail, always being here. I guess it's this is an attempt to keep it. So I guess a little coverage like this with a few feet of forest is better than a road walk or straight up walking in a field, I guess. So we'll see you down trail. As you can see, there's areas where we are right next to the field. It's like a cornfield. It looked like a bean field, soybean field or something we were by earlier. It's kind of interesting how small these, I guess, sections of field are and how they're alternating. Looked like yesterday they were alternating between corn and straw. And here we go again. Yeah, we're coming out in the open just for a little bit. But like little sections. We got corn here. Looks like soybeans again, if I'm not mistaken. And corn over there again. So like I said yesterday, it looked like every other one was straw or hay, I guess. I don't know if hay is just overgrown grass and straw is different. But I'm used to seeing fields much bigger. I'm not sure if it's some kind of rotational soil nutrition rotational plan, why they're so small and they're switching back and forth, or supply demand type stuff. But okay, yeah, we're back in the woods. I just wanted to show how we're coming in and out, or the forest is growing and shrinking, I guess. Yep. We're approaching the first road crossing today. This is like the first one. I think I counted 16 road crossings we'll do today. Yeah, I don't know, between the parking roadways. Like a couple of those were listed as dirt roads. Yeah, just another example of I hate to keep going back to it, but the trail always being here or not. And there's several. We're running into these brick walls again. This one's obviously it's a little better than some of the other ones I saw as far as actually using mortar. But yeah, I mean, there's houses there. Like I said, there's I think 16 roads we'll cross today. So I'll see you guys down trail. This is literally, I mean, I just jumped on less than a minute later, next to there, past the first road crossing. But just going into an open field. Like I said, different changes in the terrain I try to capture. So we got a little walkover fence or ladder to get over a fence. I mean, I don't see any cattle, but apparently there's something somewhere. So just a little section open field. Again, this is what I'm expecting most of the day. I don't think I'll jump on here every time I go between woods and field. If it looks a little different, I may. But this is just a shorter section. Sun's in my eyes, but I can't tell if that's a house or a barn over there. Yeah. Okay, we'll see you down trail. I'm just still always surprised at the number of these stone fences or stone walls we walked by, or I walked by. It's like, I don't know. I was gonna not record them, but that's like the 5th section I guess I've walked by today. Going through all the neighborhoods and farming communities here, I guess. I don't know if those are just leftover from the early days. Like I said, they're actual walls, so it's not like someone's just piling up rocks to get them out of the way. At least I don't think. So, but yeah, I just thought it was interesting again. We are also walking next to a gun range, apparently, getting closer to it. Or there's just a farmer out here in his field having a heyday. So, pretty sure it was a gun range. I thought I read some comments and got hooks about someone sitting by a river listening to gunfire. Yeah, here's the little stream. Surprise! It's a small stream. At least the water's flowing. This is one of the water source I think that was trusted, or at least not a bunch of negative comments about not recommending to drink out of it, which is interesting considering it's between a bunch of farmers' fields. So I would definitely think it could have agricultural runoff in it. But yeah, here's at least another bridge. I don't know if it's another stream. Yeah, just a little one. But okay, yeah, unfortunately I don't need to get water here, so the next stretch, if I'm not mistaken, I'm gonna be I think over 10 miles before the next trusted water source. So as the day warms up, I'm most likely definitely gonna have to drink the water I carry in bottles, since the water is so far, or water sources are so far in between. But we will see you down trail. Gotta get some hills in today. Today was supposed to be flat, but we got some little baby bumps. It's all good. Okay, out. It's only 8:30 in the morning. It's hot as blazes. But I tell you what, this walking in the exposed sun, even though it looks like I'm in shade, I'm walking between two cornfields in about, I don't know, maybe a 20 foot section or wide trail or area. The trail's not that big, but 6 to 7 foot tall stalks of corn definitely makes this a hell of a hot walk. Hello.
How you doing?
Good, and yourself?
Good. Oh.
Okay, sorry about that. I'm gonna have to edit some video out of there. There was a young lady running with a dog. While I continued to record for a little bit, her shorts were a bit too short, so it'd probably be inappropriate to keep in the video. But yeah, I think I was just commenting about how hot it is, and walking in between these two cornfields makes it even hotter. And only being 8:30, I haven't actually checked my watch to see what the actual temperature is, but I know it was supposed to be up to 89 today. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting with the heat, and supposedly, like I said, looking at gut hooks, we'll be doing quite a bit of this open field walking, or in between fields next to the side of fields. What I have noticed is these smaller forest corridors, as I'll call them, are much hotter. I don't know if it's just because there's less forest to keep the coverage and keep temperature down, but definitely there's only a few feet, or even, like I said, some of them were 500 feet on either side. They definitely feel warmer than if you're deep in the forest. And again, maybe it's just because it's approaching high 90s. Yeah, we'll see. Okay, I'll see you down trail somewhere. Old Stonehouse Road. Yeah, that's not too good of a sign. I don't know if this may have been one of the runoffs they were talking about don't drink from. I think there's one of them was labeled a brook. We're trying to figure out what the difference is between a stream, a creek, a river, and a brook. But, yeah. I don't know if that's some kind of a sign. No, it's just the guardrail. Oh, there we go. So, a nice fence, or a nice stairwell to get over a fence. It's like a little hole for dogs to go through. They do that, I guess, depending on what they're trying to keep in or out. They could also let a baby cow get through. Okay, yeah, I mean, I broke the camera out more so to get that bridge. Yeah, going through another field. See, I mean, this is what they're talking about. We're going through like neighborhoods. I mean, there's a house, 2 houses right there. And on the other side of the field, there's some trees, but there's another house right there. So, but it looks like at least we're heading in for another little patch of forest. We'll see you down trail. Coming out of this field, we've got a little cemetery over here. Looks old. I don't see any signs. Oh. John Chamberps, 1855 to 1898 or 88. Thomas Wayne Chambers, 1894. Some real old ones. 1831. There's all kinds of. I can't see. I mean, most of these old ones are super hard to read or unreadable. Awfully close together too. And there's like, makes you wonder if some of them are still in the same spots where they're supposed to be. 1808. 1852. So I can't read the names on these. 1809. 1824. Yeah, that's awesome. I love old graveyards. Yeah, I'm not sure. I guess I don't know. I guess back then they probably didn't really name cemeteries, huh? Okay, we'll see you down trail. It's kind of a blessing and a curse all at the same time to have, I'm gonna call them raspberries. Some people are calling them wineberries. Along the trail in such plentiful numbers. It's hit and miss, but between those and the blackberries and blueberries, it's hard not to just sit around and pick them all day. But every time I walk by a little patch like that, I definitely grab a few. Definitely miss the fresh fruit. It's been a while since I've been to an actual grocery store to be able to get fruit. Yeah, I think Waynesboro was the last time I actually got a plate of fruit at the Chinese all-you-can-eat buffet, Ching's or whatever the heck that name was. But yeah, one of my 4 plates of food that day was just a bunch of fruit. So, oh well, I just wanted to show the raspberries or wineberries, whatever the heck they are. We'll see you after I get through these rocks. Yeah, I tripped on a rock earlier and someone said I've got some, there was a hiker up next to the trails. He apologized for distracting me. I said, no. I said, I trip on rocks all day long. He's like, well, you're gonna have fun for the next couple 100 miles. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe just because I seem to remember the things I don't like. Specifically rocks on the trail. So far, I'm not seeing Pennsylvania any worse than any of the other states. You know, obviously I haven't been in Pennsylvania long, but each state at least had several sections full of their rocks, both ankle twisters, ankle rollers, boulders, big rocks, small rocks, you know, you name it. So unless Pennsylvania gets significantly worse in the first couple of days here, I'm not sure why they call it was it Roxvania? But like I said, I think I've still got probably close to 200, maybe a little under 200 miles to go in Pennsylvania. So definitely plenty of time for things to change. So we'll see you down trail. So it looks like this road walk may be almost a mile, but it doesn't really. There's no town name. So it looked like that was Highway 76 I just crossed. So, yep, I'll keep walking, and as always, if anything of interest pops up, I'll jump back on. See you down trail somewhere. Yeah, it looks like I'm wrong again. It just looked like it went close to the road. So we're going back in, I would call it the woods, but yeah, our little tunnel of forest here to walk in between a bunch of houses and the farmers' fields. So, okay, we'll see you down there. Okay, so yeah, you can't even call this a corridor. This is literally like a cornfield on my right, maybe 2 or 3 trees width of some woods before you get to another field to the left. Looks too short to be corn, so maybe soybeans over there. Little bit of branch overhang, but we are clearly, as the sun is rising, that might have been a cool picture. As the sun is rising, we are clearly exposed to it. As I said, this may be what I saw that looked like it'll go on for a mile, but we'll see. Yep, out. It looks like another bridge, Highway 11. I believe is what Gut Hook said this was. Yeah, there's a people trail or a people bridge to cross. It definitely looks like a town over there. I don't know if everyone else was going into town to do something. Maybe lunch. There was discussion about lunch in one of these towns, but I thought that was like Ducannon or something, which is further down trail. No. Oh well, I'm just gonna keep hiking forward, and we'll see you down trail. Well, I've been wrong every time so far today I say this, but we're doing another road walk. Looks like about a mile between the road and open field. I believe it said this was Highway 81. So yeah, we go down this road a little bit, then it looks like we're in these open farmer fields here. Looked like for 0.9 miles, at least to the first water source, or a water source. That's one of the ones that was recommended not to drink out of, because it's right on the edge of all these farms. So we've got almost 10 miles, I think, to the first drinkable water source. I think it was just a little over 9, maybe 9.5, something like that. So 10 o'clock in the morning. It's only getting hotter out here. So far I'm doing good as far as not feeling dehydrated or anything. But if we stay out in the open like this, that'll change real quick. So we keep going in and out of the little sections of forest, if that's what you want to call it. Yeah, but we'll follow this and see when we actually get some coverage again. So we'll see you down trail. So we are still walking through open field. There's a farm, just came down up over this hill. We were along a road, and then it like went 20-30 feet into a field and paralleled the road, and then back back across the road, and then back into this open field. So another little staircase. I don't know if that's I would have to look, but I suspect that was the very first water source, which looks nasty as crap. The one recommended not to drink out of. So I'm not sure. Looks like we're gonna go down this fence line. Trail goes, looks that way. Yeah, it looks like there's another fence or a ladder thing. Steps, we're gonna go over there and go through that field. Then maybe then maybe back into a little section of woods there. Sorry about the screenshot there. I guess I took my eyes off the screen and zoomed in that far. It's hard to stay on target. So, okay, yeah, we've definitely been exposed for a while. So, but we'll get back into the woods at some point here. So we'll see you down there somewhere. Well, we're walking beside a creek. I'm not even gonna try. It's something creek in Scott Farm. I'll put it up in text. Anyone who knows me knows how I butcher names. So I'm not even gonna try to pronounce this one. But so I guess you wouldn't die of thirst on this stretch. There's a road up to my right as well here. About 0.3 miles, we're actually gonna cross this creek. But I believe in Gut Hooks, although recommendations was not to drink from this creek, again, from all the farms and agricultural runoff. I think it also said there was no access to water, or to the water, which is odd. I mean, maybe not from the bridge. Maybe that's where those comments were, but Right now I'm walking 15-20 feet from the creek. There's been several little trails that go down to the creek. So if I were dying of thirst, I think I would definitely drink from this creek. It looks clear, it's running. I mean, as long as you're filtering your water, or using some kind of purification system, I would think you would be good. I mean, no more in danger than any other water you're drinking, with whatever chemicals may or may not be in them. So pesticides, I guess, would be the biggest thing from the farms. But yeah, I just thought that was interesting. And now we're on this little trail bridge. I don't know, I'm assuming this is probably a swampy area in heavy rains, high water maybe. We definitely don't need to worry about that. Even this creek looks shallow. It looks maybe a foot or two in some of the deeper spots I've seen. But yeah, well, when we get to the bridge, like I said, it's just right up here. I'll probably jump back on as we cross that, just to see it. But we'll see you on the bridge. Yeah, so here we are crossing the river. It's kind of interesting. There's a trail right as you come onto the bridge. It leads down to the creek. So I'm not sure why the comments say there's no access to the creek for water. White Blaze was on the right side of the actual vehicle bridge, but there's a walk bridge or a walkway here on the left side. So, see, again, I don't know what's it take to classify something between a creek, a river, a stream, a brook. Semantical arguments maybe, I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't look very deep, but I'm sure Storyteller's probably gonna stop here and swim. He apparently likes to stop and swim every chance he gets. But we'll see. Okay, I'm not sure where the trail goes from here, so I gotta figure that out. And then looks like we're gonna go left. Or are we're doing a U-turn? It looks like we're doing a U-turn down to the river maybe, which makes the comments about no access to water even more odd, right? Looks like someone's got some trail magic. It means a water over here. I'm gonna go definitely hydrate. Yeah, Appalachian Trail. So ATC Scott Farm. I don't know what that means or what it is, but Appalachian Trail Work Center. I'm a little upset with ATC right now, but I will definitely stop and hydrate and then refill my water bottle. That's for sure. So thank you, ATC. Next two springs may be dry. Cove Gap dry. Thru-hikers only. Local Angel if more HTO needed. Awesome. These guys are awesome. Okay, so just hydrated there at the ATC working thing, Scott's Farm, whatever it is. So at this point, I have no idea what the next water source is going to be. The bottles we're talking about, the next two springs, maybe dry. The first shelter, maybe dry. So now we're back up. We're back on trail. Basically, we crossed whatever creek or stream or river that was, and now we're hiking along it on the other side. So again, like I said, I don't think you would die of dehydration out here as long as you're walking by this stream. At some point, surely whatever people are afraid of that may have run into it would be diluted enough not to hurt you. I don't know. I mean, there were people getting in it to go fishing in kayaks, just as I was leaving there at Scott's farm. So if people are eating fish out of it, can't be too bad to drink. So like I said, worst comes to worst, but my guess is by the time I'm thirsty, I won't even be by this creek anymore. So we'll just see what the trail gives us. Like I said, I've got plenty of water with me now, and I just filled my internal bladder up there at the Scott's farm. So we'll see how long that gets me, and we'll see you guys down trail somewhere. Looks like we may cross as many bridges today as we do roads. There's people coming, so yeah, I just wanted to capture the bridge. It's more of a long walkway bridge, but yeah, pretty cool. Looks like they're gonna be common in this area. Here's another tree that is completely carved up as high as you can reach. I just don't. This may be local day hikers doing this stuff. Oh well, I just noticed the tree, so I thought I'd capture it. Well, this is the first major hill for the day. People keep telling us as we pass them today, the real PA is about to start. So this first hill is covering rocks. Like I said, I mean, so far every state has had sections like this. So, and it's a hell of a steep hill too. So we'll see you at the top. Just wanted to share some of the love here with the first big uphill of the day. This is a big one. Definitely like 4 or 5 foot. Awesome. Yeah, that was a big one. Just sitting right off the trail. Okay. Still working my way up this hill. I think we're almost to the top, but it can always be deceiving. It's Sunday, 19 July, 58th day on trail. Got my trail name today. All gas, no brakes. I guess no brakes for short. I guess you can take it as either no brakes, as in no brakes in order to stop, or no brakes as in I don't take brakes. Kind of one and the same. So I normally go all day without taking a break until we get to the wherever I'm staying for the night. So since they threw the full name all gas, no brakes, I will probably spell it as no brakes as in car brakes. But yeah, it was kind of interesting because someone asked me yesterday how I got my trail name, quote unquote, Michael Bay. So that may have been a contributing factor, besides the fact that I've been hiking alone 99.9% of the trip so far. But yeah, that's not the first time someone's actually mistaken my real name for a trail name, but I guess I never put 2 and 2 together until someone asked me yesterday how I got that trail name. So yeah, okay, so that's pretty much the story how I got my trail name. We stopped at a spring to hydrate. They were stopping for lunch, and I discussed the fact that all of my meals are meant to be eaten on the go. I normally don't stop during the day. The only meal that I have to stop for is dinner. So yep, that's it. So they're eating lunch. I'm heading down trail. As things of interest pop up, I will definitely come back up on here. Just to reiterate how hot it is. I'm like completely drenched. And there's still warnings like the next 2 springs. That's where we passed the one spring with signs posted there. It says, hey, get water here. The next ones are dry. The next shelter's dry. So I really have no idea what the next water source is going to be. But we'll find water somewhere as we need it. So, and I'm still not sure how far we're going for the day, or I'm going for the day. We'll see. I think the first shelter we were looking at was actually Cove Shelter, I think. But all the signs say it's either sporadic or it's dry. So if it's dry, I don't know if we'll stay there. But then it also looks like the next shelter is like 18 more miles away. So it is just after 12. So it's doable, but it's going to be based off of terrain elevation, as well as water. So as long as I can get enough hydration. But if there's no water, there's no point in staying. So it's going to be a fine line between staying someplace without water or pushing through to the next place, hoping there's water, or at least hoping there's water somewhere in between. So, okay, we'll see you down trail. So we're back in. We just came out of that little patch of woods there. So it appears that we are going to be in open field here for the next 3/4 mile, approximate. Goes through 2 road crossings and zigzags through a couple of fields here. So, at least I don't know what at least they've recently cut this stuff. But it's definitely just a little past high noon. So it's definitely gonna be a cooker out here. So I'm gonna push through. Those woods up there are just a teaser. It's a field right on the other side. It looks like just 2 or 3 trees in a row, or thick. And then we turn into another field. So we'll see you down trail somewhere. So this is just on the other side of the tree line you guys saw. Same thing over here. Bunch of straw has been baled up, or hay. Again, not to offend someone that it means something to, but I don't know the difference between hay and straw or whatever. But yeah, like I said, at least they have recently cut it, so we're not walking through this stuff. So I should just shut up and be grateful about that. But they, where they haven't baled it yet, it's laying in huge piles across the trail. Perfect area for snakes and other critters to hide in. So, trying to be careful as I walk through it. Hoping not to get bit by anything. But looks like we're gonna follow this back. I think we go right, looks like we go right next to the woods there. But I think on the back side of that field is where I think we go in. In fact, I think you can see, at least I think I can. Trail marker right there to the left of that bale. So yeah, it looks like we may go all the way back and just stand outside the woods there and go in over there. What it looks like, it's we'll see when I get over there. I'll get you guys down trail somewhere. Well, I was wrong as far as where we were going in the other field. We just crossed the street, and but yeah, we're still going through a field. Basically, it looks like we go to the end of this one and then into the woods. It looks like it curves over to the left here towards the side. I see a blaze. Way, yeah, there we go. I can't zoom again. Way up there. I don't know if that's going into the woods or if that's just going to the right. It looked like we walked around the edge of the trees there for a little bit, but that's the general direction we're headed anyways. Still through a field. This is another field separated by a line of trees, just with a bunch of baled hay or straw. So hopefully we get in the woods here soon. It is, like I said, definitely hot out here. Yes, we're to the end of the field. At least this section. Got us a little bridge. I don't know if there's water we're crossing or just a ditch. Looks like just a ditch. Maybe something that's swampy. And the wetlands or the wet season. Something we are definitely not experiencing right now. And then some walkboards. So okay, hopefully we can get inside some forest, but I doubt it. At least not very deep. Like I said, these little I don't know what I called them earlier. Just these little sections of forest are not very cool. Just because there's so little of them, and still exposed to the large fields with so much sunlight. So while it is better than being fully exposed, it is not as good as being deep inside the forest. We'll see you down trail. Okay, just jump back on real quick. I unfortunately took a look. So the next 2.2 miles is pretty much all uphill. So I will see you guys at the top of the hill, unless something of extreme interest pops up. But yeah, there's a gas line at the top of the hill that's documented with a view icon. So I'm not sure why. That may just be a mistake on the icon they used. But yeah, we'll see you at the top of the hill. Now, I honestly don't know if I can breathe well enough to talk, but this hill we're still going up. Still got, it's at least half a mile to go up, but it is absolutely steep and is absolutely killing me to get up this in this heat. I'm like, literally, it's like I think my shoes are filling up with sweat from having dripping down. Yeah, okay. I just wanted to make sure I shared the love. I'm gonna keep chipping away at this hill. We'll see you guys somewhere at the top. But we've been on top of the hill. I think it was the last thing I recorded. Me dying, going up it. For the last, I don't know, half mile or so, we've been transversing all these little rocks. I guess they're not little, some are big, some are little. So my assumption is this is what they're saying the real Pennsylvania is. So I guess, I mean, every other state has had stuff like this, and I've been hesitant to get on here and say all this, but yeah, because every state's had rock sections like this, you know, some longer, some shorter, but I guess if it's gonna be like this for the rest of Pennsylvania, then yeah, this is really gonna suck because it significantly slows down progress. And like I've said before, it's easier to actually be like a gymnast and jump or step rock to rock. However, as I do that, several of these, just like in other states, actually move. So it's just like one slip away from a journey-ending injury. So it's best to go at a safe speed instead of trying to rush. And then, well, even if you don't rush, step on one of these rocks and it rolls the wrong way and you're not expecting it to roll or something like that, it makes for a bad day. So yep, I'm continuing on. It's still hot as hell. I'm still dripping sweat down into my shoes. It's my phone and my camera is hard to operate because it's covered nothing but salt water from my sweat. I've got absolutely nothing dry to be able to wipe it off. So far it's turning out to be an awesome day. Trying to figure out what the plan is. I may be losing my mind here, but I may have already passed the Cove shelter, or I'm getting ready to approach it, I guess. Maybe I'm still getting ready to approach it. I think it was like a 22 point something mile day to get there. But then there's a town a few more miles down past that. There was discussion about eating dinner there. I'm ahead of everyone so far today. So I'm not sure. Because there was talk about staying at this shelter, but if there's no water again, not sure if I want to stay there, especially after going so long without water. I don't think there was water between here and there. So I might, if the shelter's close to the trail, I'll go check it out, see if there's water. But the discussion was if they wanted to go into town and eat dinner, we would be past this shelter by several miles. So we would either have a 33 plus mile day to get to the next shelter, or we'd have to, there's a couple of campsites, I think, or a stealth camp. So, but at this point, I'm thinking I will probably go ahead and push through to the town, because that's my guess, is everybody's going to want to go in and eat dinner. I may not eat dinner with them because I'll be there before they are. But I'm thinking of possibly, the trail goes through town, so it's not like it's too much of a hassle to go and eat dinner there since the trail's going through it. But I'm thinking I may go eat dinner, and then my lazy, hot self that's begging to get the salt water off of me is having crazy thoughts about seeing if there's hotels, motels, or hostels or something. But yeah, we'll see as I get closer what the results are. Yeah, I just don't, if I find a stream, I'm really thinking about doing hiker laundry just even before I get into the town, just to get all this salt water off of me. Like literally, I mean, I'm just pouring sweat into my shoes, so at some point I'm gonna have to wash my shoes as well, because they're getting salt water built up inside of them as well. But that's enough complaining about my sweaty salt. So I'll see you guys down trail. Well, I'll be damned. I thought this was a side trail, so I came down that thing. Come down here, see this view. There were two guys down here, so I didn't realize. I just took some pictures, but I don't know where they ran off to. But then I went back up and found the AT actually comes right back by. The river is looking dry. that's Ducannon down there. That's pretty much where I'm headed. Okay, heading down trail. Pretty sure that view I just came from was called Hawk Cliff or something like that. It seemed like there's multiple of those on the trail. I don't know if it's just different states each have one or what. But yeah, I just thought I'm pretty sure it's mostly downhill from here into Ducannon. I just passed the lady going up to the cliff or the Hawk Rock. There's two guys in front of me that were sitting up there when I got there, and they're going down. So I just wanted to share some of the downhill after that hellacious uphill I got. So, yep. And as like the rest of it, it's rocky. Mostly rocky steps so far, but it looks like we're about to just go into another rock field up here. So, I'll see you down trail. I believe I'm less than a mile from Ducannon. There's a parking down here. I'm assuming for the hikes to come up to this Hawk Rock. Yeah, again, it definitely looks like we've hit the Rocksylvania that everybody describes Pennsylvania on. The majority of the last several miles have definitely been all rocks. Cleared up a few spots, but I guess I'm gonna have to go on the assumption that the rest of Pennsylvania is pretty much gonna be like this. So the pace will now become the pace of the trail based off the rocks and the terrain. I find if I try to hurry is when I start tripping and stubbing stuff. It doesn't matter how slow you go, you're still gonna roll if a rock moves on you. Yeah, so I've already got my left ankle hurts or left foot hurts where I dropped a bottle on it over a week ago. It's starting to feel better, and I think the swelling's going down. But the last couple of days, my right leg feels like it's trying to get shin splints. So I don't know if that was somehow caused by overcompensating for the sore left foot and how I was walking or what. But now all these rocks are not going to help either case, especially if I keep tripping and stubbing and twisting on loose rocks. So we'll see. It sounds like there's a train down here as well. But yeah, I just wanted to capture more of the rocks and go ahead and confess that it looks like this may be the Rocksylvania. So we'll see. Like I said, yep, that's all I got. So I'll see. I'm coming into Ducannon. I went ahead and caved. I'm gonna stay at I guess kind of woodsy. It's a store, like a resupply. I guess what am I looking for? An outdoor store, outfitter. There we go, outfitter. They do darn tough sock exchange, all kinds of stuff. So, but apparently I have a hostel. You're supposed to call a day ahead, but I failed to do so since I didn't know I was going to stay here. But just got off the phone with him. He's going to stay there. He said he's only there till 5, but I'm like less than half a mile there from there, and it's 16:23, so I should be there in plenty of time. It does not say they have laundry, so I may still be doing hiker laundry. We'll see. I don't know. As long as I can get there, get a shower, get something to drink, then I can try to think. So, yep. Okay, I'll see you later. I need to get there so I can get him out the door. See you later.